From Westview High School, it's Westview Warrior Basketball streaming live on LaGwanamedia.com. Good evening, everyone. This is Jerry Hostetler along with Jamie Miller and Dan Byler. And after last night's exciting win over Fairfield, we're back at Westview as they welcome in the Garrett Railroaders. Garrett, under the direction of second-year coach Andrew Everts, brings an overall mark of 4-10 into tonight's game, and they have not managed any wins at all in the Northeast Corner Conference. However, they did defeat Fairfield in the consolation game last week in the NECC Conference Tournament. And that was a really close win, 45-44, and I think that was decided on a last-second shot. 45-44, they were victors over Fairfield. Westview improved their record to 9-4 overall and 4-1 in the conference with their win last night, and are hoping to keep things on track in their battle tonight versus the Railroaders. Tonight's pregame show is brought to you by J&R Solutions, providing unlimited high-speed internet no matter where you live. Call them at 574-349-7673. And we'll be back with more from Westview right after this word from J&R Solutions.
Are you looking for unlimited high-speed internet? With no contract and no credit check. No matter where you live, it's available. Bringing America together. J&R Solutions, Internet Service Provider. Call them at 574-349-7673.
And we're back at Westview. Both teams out on hardwood getting in their pregame warm-ups for tonight's game, another conference game with the Garrett Railroaders. Westview cruising along so far. They've provided a lot of excitement for us this year, haven't they, Jamie?
Yes,
Maybe
it
shouldn't have been so exciting, but they have definitely provided some exciting games.
They have a way of keeping the crowd in the game. No doubt about that.
That's right.
So, last night, with all the festivities and the large crowd and everything, we found a way to win. And that's what they've been doing a lot lately. Some of them are a little closer than maybe they need to be, but they're finding ways to win, and you see growth from the players. If not as a team, certain individuals are really showing growth. Owen Brill led us in scoring last night.
That's right.
With a career high. And that was all in one half. So he's a dynamic scorer, really brings a boost off the bench. And, imagine where we'd be right now if we wouldn't have had that in recent games.
Well, and I think it takes a special person to come in off the bench like that, and he seems to be comfortable in that role. A lot of guys need to, warm up a little bit before they're sent out there. But last night especially, he hit a couple threes right off the bench. So.
And he's done that multiple games. I think East Noble he hit, 3, maybe 2. West Noble hit 3. So I think, I don't have the stats in front of me, he's somewhere up there around 60% from 3 right now, which is probably got to lead the conference percentage-wise.
Oh, yeah.
But, the thing that I talked to the coach before the game, I don't have a recorded interview, but the thing that he liked, I think Owen brought up in the interview we had with him after the game, is he's very observant from the bench and sees how the other team is defending and what might be open. So when he comes in, he's ready to go.
You can tell.
And there's no hesitation. He knows when he's going to get his shot. He knows what's open on a drive. He's proven to be a pretty good driver on the baseline. It kind of seems to be a niche for him. So that's just one example of some of the players and their improvement. And I think we're going to see the fruits of that over the next few weeks as we play quite a few games tonight, and then East Side coming in next week. And it just gives them an opportunity, and that's why you work all season, right? Or all off season to show what you got, show what you can do, and then the coaches are working hard to blend all that together. And I think they're gelling as a team, and a lot of new faces this year in different roles. And they're, we're 12. What are we? 9-4, 13 games in, and so it's starting to show. We'll see tonight, a back-to-back. Sometimes as a coach, you don't know exactly how your crew will respond, but these guys have been very consistent all year in their effort and in their performance, and I expect nothing less tonight.
Definitely.
So I just went back and looked through the stat sheets, Jamie, and I don't have the sheets here from LaVille or the Northwood games, but I'm showing him as 9 of 11.
That's unbelievable.
From 3.
Yeah, I had not realized that.
Yeah, I think early in the year he missed a few, but in the last several games, I can barely.
Missed one against Busco and one against Lakeland. Those are the only misses I'm showing. Unless I, gave somebody else a miss for him, but
yeah,
I think you're right.
He's been remarkably consistent, and he doesn't force them. It's not like he hits 3 and then comes out there and takes a 25-footer.
Well, I think you brought it up last night, Jamie. A lot of times when a guy comes in off the bench like that, the other team maybe not be honing in on him right away.
Exactly.
And he takes advantage of that. He's got an opening, they find him, and he hits it.
And the natural response, I think, from some fans, well, why don't they start him? Well, there's a balance to everything. Some players do better starting, and some players are, like you said, comfortable coming off the bench. And ultimately, it doesn't really matter if you start or not. It's what you do when you're in the game.
That's right.
So Coach is aware of all that, and I think he's doing a good job of rotating them in.
And not that we won't see him start, a few games, depending on matchups and that kind of thing. But, boy, he's got to realize that he is valuable coming in off the bench like that.
And it's not just threes. He's starting to drive the ball.
Right.
And he's a good passer, too. I can't think of a kid on this team that isn't. We've had some teams in recent years that maybe they had all 5 positions. They weren't the best passing team. And this team's a pretty good passing team, and that makes a big difference.
Well, like we said, those first few games that he played, he wasn't even looking for the shots. He was just getting the ball and moving it, passing from one player to another. But then after a couple games in, he started getting the feel, and he's really, really gotten into that 6-man role very well at this point.
Absolutely. We were talking last night. This has probably been beat to death in the Westview community about free throws.
I'm sure it has.
I was if I insinuated it on the broadcast, I sure didn't mean to, that they weren't practicing them in practice.
No.
Because you would ask, well, what do you do about it? And I just
right.
said the only thing I've ever known is shoot more.
Right.
And they are shooting a lot, and they shoot really well in practice. And so it's just a mental thing. We're seeing guys miss it that have been 2-3 years ago didn't miss.
Right.
They would shoot 85% from the line.
Yeah.
So it's going to turn around. I don't know when, but you got to be confident that it's going to turn around and start falling for them. And they're going to find out winning is a little bit easier if you make those end of the game free throws.
Right.
So, yeah, I didn't count up. One of these days I'm going to count up the number of one-score games compared to other seasons. But I guess this is just one of those years. Just enjoy it.
I tell you, it is a mark of a good team, though, if they can win those close games like that.
Yep, they're finding ways.
Yep. So we'll take a little break here. We'll be back with more from Westview. We're about 6 minutes away from the tip-off for tonight's ball game. We'll be back with more from Westview right after this 2-minute timeout.
Does your paint job need a refresh? Got too many dings and scratches? Let Height Auto Body take care of it for you. No matter the type of vehicle, motorcycle, trailer, or truck cab, Height Auto Body's experienced paint specialists will attend to every detail so you don't have to. We aim to be #1 in customer service, and your satisfaction is always guaranteed. We're located west of State Road 9 on US 20. Height Auto Body, a trusted name in the community for over 20 years.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need the #1 rated reliability of Kubota compact tractors so you can do it all and do it right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 84 months and save up to $1,400.
Tiffany's Restaurant on East Lake Street in Topeka. Mouth-watering home-cooked goodness, all in a friendly down-home atmosphere among friends and neighbors. Different daily specials, all-you-can-eat fish twice a week. Scrumptious buffets featuring our fried chicken. And then finish it off with a slice of fresh-baked pie. Eat in our large dining room or carry out at 260-593-2988, and now offering delivery within 10 miles of Topeka.
We're back at Westview. Good crowd on hand for tonight's game. Good to see. We were talking a little bit about that at the break here. We had a nice crowd last night against Fairfield. Didn't expect that much tonight, but they're back, and it's good to see.
Well, I think the word's spreading. This team's a fun team to watch, and they enjoy the up and down style, you know. Last night wasn't quite as up and down, but that had to do with the opponent.
Right.
As they kind of slowed it down a little bit and kept us from getting some quicker shots. But, yeah, good crowd for Garrett. You know, Garrett started the year 1-8.
Yeah.
Lost their first 7, then won at Bluffton in double overtime. And they've played Fremont, ironically, 3 times this year. Fremont's near the top of the conference. Well, beat them once and lost to them twice. So I think if you look through the scores, it just kind of looks like they got potential. They're just inconsistent. You know, their points average and points against is only about 5 apart. They're averaging 45 points a game. They're giving up 50. For a 4-10 team, that's pretty close. It's not like they're getting blown out every game.
That's right. Yeah, they're improved from previous years.
Definitely.
One thing that's different is they usually have a guy that's 6'6", 6'8", at least one. I think there for a while they had a couple guys that were 6'7", 6'8". But this year they're still bigger than we are, of course, but they're not quite as long as they are normally.
Right. It's a little more our size. Yeah. I was trying to remember today some of those teams Garrett brought here. It might have been 03, 04, 05. Some of those years they had a couple of 6'5", 6'6" guys. They were throwing alley-oops and they were doing all kinds of things. But, you know, they have, just like any school, they have their high moments and then some down years. And so this year they're kind of in rebuilding mode. They do start, 4 juniors? No. They start a sophomore, Parker Reed, and then 1 senior, 2 seniors, 2 juniors. So 2 seniors, 2 juniors, and a sophomore. So a good mix of classes. And I expect they've been off since their consolation game in the NECC tournament on January 12th. So that has been, 9 days?
Right.
So I think they're probably going to come out ready to play because they're probably tired of practice.
Well, probably. or they might come out rusty. Who knows?
That could be too.
Normally
Definitely.
kids are, that's what they look forward to is the ball games, not necessarily going to practice every day. So,
Definitely. You just get through the practices.
Right.
Unless you're really a glutton for running and things like that. But
live with the practices, live for the games.
And we'll see I'm interested to see how we come out tonight after an emotional game last night.
That's right. We'll see. And we're going to pause now for our national anthem. And tonight singing it will be Braden Rogers. Nice rendition of our national anthem by Braden Rogers, a student here at Westview. And I believe his mother's a music director or music
at Westview
teacher.
Elementary.
Right, yeah. Talented kid. So we're ready to go. Let's meet the starting lineups for tonight's ball game. First of all, for the visitors, the Garrett Railroaders, they're coached by Andrew Everts in his second year at Garrett. Comes in with a 9-28 overall record. First out for them is Parker Reed, a 6'3 sophomore, averaging 6.1 points per game. Number 12 is Luke Kaufman, 5'11 junior, averaging 5.1 points per game. Number 14 is Jackson Robinson, a 6'3 junior, averaging 4.8 points per game. Connor DeWitt, 6'2 senior, wears number 20. DeWitt is averaging 6.4, and number 23, Kyle Smith, rounds out their lineup, and he is their leading scorer at 11.6 points per game. He's a 6-foot senior. For our Warriors, Jethro Hostetler, 6'2 senior, averaging 7.8 points per game. Number 11, Brady Yoder, averaging 19.2 points per game, 5'10 senior. His highs have come against Northridge and East Noble, 29-point performances there. Wiley Minix, number 15, 6'1 junior, averaging 12.8 points per game. He scored 32 down at Churubusco in December. Wade Minix, a 5'11 junior. Wade averaging 4.2 points per game. Where's number 23? His high point game was against LaVille with 10. Owen Brill, or rather Luke Helmuth, number 33, a 6' even junior, averaging 7.8 points per game, round out the lineup for the Warriors. His high point performance came against LaVille as well.
So Luke and Jethro both averaging the same amount of points.
We have pretty good balanced scoring. I mean, you're
We
going to
really
have Brady
do.
up there and Wiley, both averaging in double digits, but then good balance from there on in.
Do you have Owen's average?
Owen is 4.5.
Oh, that's it.
Yep.
I guess early in the season he didn't score quite as much.
Right,
so.
right. Becoming more prolific in that department. Tip is controlled by Garrett. Kyle Smith, their leading scorer, with the basketball. Bounce passes at high post right side to DeWitt. Now the shot's taken from way outside by Jackson Robinson. He misses, and Brady Yoder comes back with it for Westview. Springer back to Brady. Helmuth, left side of Minix. Minix to Hostetler. Man, that's not a good sign. My voice is already starting to crack. It must have been from last night.
I got your back.
Good. Brady on the baseline. Takes it into the paint, then dishes off to Hostetler. Jethro gets it to Minix. Minix loses a handle, picked up by DeWitt, and back come the Railroaders.
I think we might see a little more up and down tonight.
Yeah, last night we didn't see that a whole lot.
Yeah, it started out slow. Garrett, at least in their pregame warm-up, spent a lot of time shooting three-pointers, so as part of kind of a set. So I don't know. We'll see how many they shoot tonight.
They're working it around the perimeter. Parker Reed gets it into the hands of Smith. Now they'll work it left side back to Reed. Inside, pass goes to DeWitt. Now long three in the air by Smith. He misses, and Wiley Minix comes up with the rebound. Back we come the other way at the free throw line. Brady goes left side to Hostetler. Into the corner to Springer, back to Hostetler. Tries to drive, loses a handle, but it was knocked out of his hands by Garrett. It'll stay in the possession of Westview.
Yeah, I think we're passing up some shots early on that we normally would take. But doesn't hurt to be patient early on.
Minix from the corner right side, got it. Wiley found the opening. Last night, he's having trouble finding a shot, and we have an offensive foul on Garrett, so Westview get it right back.
Yeah, number 3, Parker Reed, their 6'3" sophomore. Garrett does have some good length out there between he and number 14, Jackson Robinson.
Shot from outside by Brady, no good, but the offensive rebound by Helmuth. Wiley Minix gets it back to Brady. He'll set up the offense. Hands it off to Springer. Springer bounce passes it down low on the baseline, and step in steal there by Reed. Underneath pass on the fast break, and the shot's good by Robinson.
Yeah, that's a tough pass on our end when you have a flat pass like that to the post. You need a better angle.
Jethro Hostetler at the free throw line. He'll take it into the paint, put it up from about 12, and got it.
They're really playing off of Jethro early on, making him be offensive.
5-2. He has the ability. He can hit those shots. Brady with the rebound off the miss. Goes left side to Minix. In the corner, Luke Helmuth. He drives, has it slapped away, but reach-in foul is going to be called on Garrett.
Well, you can see early on why Garrett has the potential to be really good. They got a lot of length. They're athletic. They're aggressive.
Second foul on Reed already.
Brady, quick shot off the inbound pass. Can't get it to go, and the rebound comes to Garrett. With the basketball, Smith. Smith drives on Brady. Picks up his dribble and gives out front to Drayton Myers, who's just checked in, number 13. Smith drives it left side, goes to Myers. Myers down the baseline, then whips it out front to Robinson. He'll get it to Kaufman. Kaufman drives and then dishes it off left side to Smith. He'll put up the shot, miss, tipped into the hands of Wiley Minix. He'll get it to Luke, and Luke traveled. The star of last night's game comes into the ball game, Owen Brill.
I think what coach is wanting there on that break is reverse the ball. A lot of times on the break you can get an easy basket if you'll just reverse it, because in transition it's harder to pick your man up.
Kaufman goes down on the baseline, tipped away as Myers tried to get it underneath across the lane, and a steal for Westview. Owen Brill gets it to Brady. He'll pop a three. It's going to be off the mark, no good. Good offensive rebound by Luke Helmuth. He drives, puts it up strong, got it off the glass.
That's Luke's second offensive rebound.
Yes.
Might almost had a third one on the last possession. So
we've seen Luke do that all year.
Yeah, well, he's just really good at that.
7-2 Westview. 3:57 to go in the first quarter. Good fake and drive down into the lane by Myers.
That's what you call the Olay defense, kind of like
Yeah.
a bullfighter.
Right. Brady goes left side to Helmuth. Up top it'll come to Minix. Now Brady, he'll take a three again, and it's short. Rebound's yanked down by DeWitt. Gets it into the hands of Drayton Myers. Quickly underneath, Smith has it stripped, but the loose ball grabbed by Kaufman, and he puts it up off the glass and good from the left side. And all of a sudden we have a 1-point ball game at 7-6.
Yeah, Garrett's really quick to the ball right now.
Bounce pass down low to Jethro. He's double teamed there. Good pass into Owen, and he drives strong to the basket and puts it up and in.
Nice recognition by Owen to see Jethro get doubled that time. His man turned his back, and so he cut to the basket.
Kaufman in control for Garrett out front. He gets it to Robinson in the corner to Myers. Down low it'll go to DeWitt. Now a long three in the air. Short, no good. That one by Myers, and back comes Brady with the basketball. He'll get it to Wiley. In the corner to Jethro. He'll get it to Brady, drives it, and then pulls it out on the pass to Minix. Can't find a three. He'll give off to Brady, and Brady will bring it back out on front to Jethro. Long three in the air, no good by Owen, but chased down by Luke Helmuth. Now to Minix. Minix back to Luke. Luke tries strong to the basket. No, oh, they're going to call him for an offensive foul.
Wow.
I think well, I won't say.
Nobody has to say a word.
Anyway, it's a foul on Luke. That's his first.
I like the drive though.
I do too.
They're leaving that open, and that's how you get openings. He's got to take it in there hard.
Brady's getting a bit of a respite here as Wade Springer checked back into the ball game for Westview. Bounce pass down low on the baseline. Tried to save it inbounds was DeWitt, and it's grabbed by Westview. Helmuth to Minix. Left side to Brill. Back to Minix. Minix will pop the three, and that's going to be no good. Rebound pulled down by Smith. Smith drives on Springer. Out front between the circles to Kaufman. Kaufman driving on Brill. Now down low on the baseline, double teamed is DeWitt. Driving in is Smith. He gets called for traveling with the basketball.
Makes
Timeout.
4 turnovers apiece now.
30-second timeout called by Westview. We'll be back right after this 30-second timeout.
Dry Forest Wood Products in Shipshewana offers high-quality lumber drying with their vacuum kiln drying process. At Dry Forest, we believe in valuing the life of a tree by respecting its integrity and enjoying its natural beauty. Dry Forest Wood Products with over 40 years of lumber drying experience. Located at 4325 North, 675 West in Shipshewana. Call 260-768-7714.
Back at Westview, 9-6 Westview with a 3-point lead over Garrett. Minute 34 to go in the first quarter.
Well, we've come out. We're getting open shots. That's good. They're more open than we were last night.
Definitely.
If we're hitting them, we'd probably have 25 points right now, but
Right.
neither team's really hitting, and so we got a 9-6 game with a minute and 30 to go.
Westview's missed 5 threes, and Garrett's missed 4.
That's
And
what it looks like.
We've seen that improve, as the game goes on a lot of times.
Right.
So
And you're not going to hit them all every night.
Right.
It's just not going to happen at any level.
Luke Helmuth out front. Taking over the point right now. Goes right side to Brady. He drives the baseline. Good fake. Puts it up and in.
They were doubling him on the original entry, or tried to enter it, and
driving is Smith. He puts it up and misses. Good defense by Westview. Springer comes out with it. He'll go to Owen. He drives to the basket. Good reverse layup by Owen Brill.
yeah, he's really a long athlete, and he's more athletic than he looks. He really gets going to the basket, and it's
Smart play, because if he would have gone straight in, they would have probably fouled him. Cross-court pass to Smith. He's their leading scorer. He'll get it to Kaufman. Kaufman drives the baseline and dishes it out to Westrup, who's just checked in. Westrup, a 6'1" junior.
nice job by Luke that time, holding it up. Was kind of in a heavy traffic situation.
20 seconds to go in the quarter, and we'll go for the last shot here.
Number 33 was played quite a bit in JV, I believe.
Yeah, I thought he looked familiar. You're right. Minix inside. Brill again. Quick and strong to the basket. Puts it in. 3 seconds to go.
Yeah, nice set play that time.
Shot in the air. Misses by Garrett at the buzzer. And we've played 8 minutes here at Westview in another conference game. Westview and Garrett. Westview with the advantage, 15-6 after the first period. We'll be back with quarter number 2 right after this 60-second timeout.
Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. You see, high school sports in Indiana are special. That's because they're about learning and growing, not just winning and losing. Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support education-based athletics in Indiana by buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.
Freedom Finish Works in Topeka specializes in both steel and aluminum. Their 40,000 square foot custom powder coat facility has the flexibility to run everything from one-piece custom orders to full production quantities. They also have the unique capabilities of powder coat, blast coat, as well as other highly durable coatings. They are your local source for powder coating. Freedom Finish Works in Topeka. Call 260-593-0204. 15-6 as we begin quarter number 2. Westview with the lead. Good finish to that quarter, Jamie.
Excellent. Called that timeout, and we were really sharp after that.
We
Couple steals, and got some layups. To show you can score without hitting threes is really a sign of a team that's developing.
I believe you described it as an effective timeout during
Yes.
yeah. It's a good description when we were off the air there, the commercial. Driving is Hostetler. He'll put up the lob, no good, and it's snatched out of the air by Connor DeWitt. Garrett brings it back. Smith gets it across the timeline on a pass to Myers. He'll cross toward it. New man in the lineup, Tyler Gator. Ball stolen away. Good anticipation by Luke Helmuth, and he'll put up the layup. Got it.
Luke really making a lot of plays early tonight. A lot of deflections.
He is, yeah. He's focused.
Definitely.
We're on a 10-0 run right now.
17-6. Westview. Robinson in the paint. They'll swing it around left side to Gator. Misses a long-range three. Gator 6.6 points per game average. Wade Springer with a three from the left side. That's good to see.
Yeah, it is. We haven't heard from him offensively for a few games, at least not very much.
So we have, what, 2 threes tonight, one by Springer and one by Minix. Missed a lot of them, though.
2 of 7 right now.
Okay. In the corner, right side's Robinson. He misses.
Garrett's doing a good job of moving the ball against that trapping defense, but they're just not able to cash him in right now.
Owen from the corner left side. This one spins out, no good. And the rebound's taken down by Smith. He'll drive it coast to coast and put it off the glass and got it.
Whenever you miss a corner three, it's always harder to get back on defense.
Westview with a 12-point lead at 20-8. Springer, another three, and he hits. That a boy. Wade Springer heating it up a little bit. 23-8. Now Garrett wants to talk things over. It's going to be a full timeout. Just under 6 minutes to play in the first half. Westview 23, Garrett 8. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Home improvement supplies for your home, RV, or manufactured home don't have to cost an arm and a leg. Here's a secret the big box stores don't want you to know. Emma Warehouse has the products you need at below retail prices, including windows, doors, trim, furnaces, flooring, hardware, paint, and more. Emma Warehouse is located 6 miles west of LaGrange in downtown Emma. Call 260-593-2769 for more information.
Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana invites you to visit their expanded showroom, filled with a complete line of solid hardwood, custom-made furniture for your entire home. You'll also find a wide selection of recliners, couches, chairs, and many more home furnishings to suit anyone's taste. Weaver Furniture, located just south of US Highway 20 on County Road 75 North. Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana, family-owned and operated since 1989.
Westview out of their huddle. Garrett breaking out of theirs. 23-8. Westview's been on a run here. What is it now, Dan?
It was a 13-point run, but then they hit a 2, and then we hit another 3. So a 16-2 or a 13-point run, and then we've traded buckets since then.
With the basketball is Kaufman. Finally gets it across the timeline. They'll pass it inside to Reed, and he travels.
Well, what this press has done is it has forced turnovers, but I don't know that the intention of it is to do that. It's to get Garrett out of their plan and make him just make plays, and they're not able to do that right now.
Minix with it, out front, top of the circle, goes right side to Brady on the baseline. He'll pop a 10-footer, short, loose on the floor, and pulled down by Connor DeWitt. Get it up court to Myers. Myers drives the baseline, feeds it underneath on a good pass to Robinson, and he lays it in. Jethro from the baseline misses. Into the hands of Myers. Myers quickly up court, tipped out of bounds by Wiley Minix. That might have saved a layup.
Yep.
On the other end.
You know, Jethro missed that shot, but I like that shot.
Yeah, he was open.
He can hit those, and he was open.
Myers looking to inbound. He gets it in to Kaufman. Kaufman out front. It'll go to DeWitt. They'll swing it around left side to Robinson. Robinson goes right side to Reed, then back out front to Kaufman. DeWitt now. Kaufman being double teamed out front. High post right side, it's Reed. He'll get it to Robinson. Ball's knocked away and a kick is called on Westview, so it'll stay in the hands of Garrett.
I just got a text. I said this last night, but just our apologies for the glare on the screen or the scoreboard. Our wireless transmitter broke down, and right now that's the best we can get from where we're at.
Shots up and good underneath by Robinson. I'll try to give the score as much as I can.
I think they can still see it. It's just a big glare right in the middle of it.
Yeah. Brady drives it into the paint, then dishes it down low toward the feet on Minix, and he can't handle it. Goes out of bounds. It'll be a turnover on Westview.
I think the hardest thing about completing that pass is the receiver can't see it coming
right
until the last minute, especially for a taller guy to reach down and get a low pass.
Well, that's always a congested area in there anyway. And
yep.
It's hard to see. DeWitt on the baseline, down low, spins, puts it up off the glass. Good strong move by DeWitt. 23-14. 9-point lead. Minix almost wasn't ready for that pass.
Yeah.
Springer gets it to Camden Yoder, who's come in. Camden had the three-pointer, or the opening there.
Yeah, he did. I think he'll probably shoot the next one.
Jethro, good move to the basket. Can't get it to go down, and the rebound's pulled down by Robinson. Robinson, the tallest player on the court at 6'3". Well, Parker Reed's also 6'3", but he's not out there. Yeah, he is, out front. Drive, Kaufman puts it up and in. So Garrett on a bit of a run here, and Westview wants to talk it over.
Yeah, they've scored the last 8.
3:04 to go in the first half. 23-16, Westview leading Garrett. We'll be back right after this 30-second timeout.
Pizza Depot on South Jefferson Street in Millersburg features delicious pizza and breadsticks, along with fresh salads. Dine in, carry out, and delivery are all available at Pizza Depot. Pizza Depot, 104 South Jefferson Street in Millersburg. 574-642-4229.
3:04 to go first half. Westview with the lead at 23-16. Garrett on a bit of a run here. What'd you say it was, Dan?
8 straight. We were up 23-8.
You know, good timeout that time. I think we're searching a little bit on offense, and defensively, Garrett's getting about whatever they want right now. I think sometimes when you go to those trapping style defenses that's out of your rhythm, maybe, I don't know, you get a little bit out of your habits and you're not seeing the floor quite right, seeing the ball and your man, and we're really giving up some easy drives right now.
So Westview comes back out. Owen Brill back in the ball game. Luke Helmuth, Jethro Hostetler, Brady Yoder, and Wiley Minix on the floor for Westview. Luke will bring it across the timeline. He'll go right side on the bounce pass to Brill, quickly inside to Minix. A good little baby hook there.
Yeah, good play call out of the timeout to get us a basket.
Wiley with his 5th point of the ball game, 25-16. Westview by 9. With the ball, Kaufman. To go right side to Smith. Smith drives it into the paint and gives it up out front to Kaufman. Kaufman tries to drive on Luke. Can't find any room on the baseline, so he'll get it to Reed on the wing left side. He'll work it out front and then hand it off to Smith. Smith driving on Brady. He pulls it out. There he goes again into the paint. Fall away jumper. Won't go off the back of the iron. Good defense by Brady.
Yeah, Brady on their leading scorer tonight. Doing a nice job on him.
Picks up his dribble. Gives off to Jethro. Jethro can't find the opening. Gives it off to Minix at the free throw line. He stops up and goes right in the corner. Jethro with a 3, and he got it.
Can't hit the 2, so just step back and hit a 3.
Yeah, that takes a lot of courage to do that after your last 3 shots that you've had. But I like that, a lot of confidence.
Westview another 3 points on the scoreboard. Gives the Westview lead up to 28-16 now.
But there our help side defense was a step slow again. That opposite high guard's got to drop when the Garrett drives baseline like that.
DeWitt with his first 2 of the game. 10-point ball game now, 28-18. Brady travels. Wade Springer comes back into the ball game. Brady will take a rest with 1:19 to go in the first half. Inbounding is Smith. He'll get it into Kaufman. Kaufman across the 10-second stripe. 70 seconds to go in the first half. With the ball, Myers. Myers in the corner, left side to Gator. Gator takes it into the paint, drives to the basket, whistle in the lane, and a foul's going to be called on Westview's Jethro Hostetler. First on Jethro, second team foul. Both teams with just 2 team fouls in the first half. Smith in the corner, right side to Gator. Tyler Gator works it out front now. Then gives off to Smith right side. Tries to lob it inside to DeWitt. Gets it back to Gator. Gator puts it up. No good. Off the baseline underneath. Wiley Minix gives off to Owen. Drill. Now down low. It'll come to Wade Springer, and we have a foul on Garrett. Foul goes on Myers. Drayton Myers, his first.
Unless we get a quick one off the inbounds, I'm going to go for 1 here.
Minix gets it into Luke Helmuth. In the corner, back to Minix. Back to Luke. 20 seconds to go in the half. He'll go right side to Springer. Now to Jethro between the circles, left side to Springer. Down to 10 seconds now to go in the first half. Westview with a 10-point lead at 28-18. Luke gets it to Brill. Springer underneath. Jethro fakes, puts it up, misses. Put back is short by Brill, and that'll do it for the first 16 minutes of basketball now from Westview. And at halftime, it's Westview 28, Garrett 18. We'll take a 2-minute break and be back with stats and scoring with Jamie and Dan right after this 2-minute timeout.
Pizza Depot on South Jefferson Street in Millersburg features delicious pizza and breadsticks, along with fresh salads. Dine-in, carry-out, and delivery are all available at Pizza Depot. Pizza Depot, 104 South Jefferson Street in Millersburg. 574-642-4229.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need the #1 rated reliability of Kubota compact tractors so you can do it all and do it right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 84 months and save up to $1,400.
Tiffany's Restaurant on East Lake Street, Topeka. Mouth-watering home-cooked goodness, all in a friendly down-home atmosphere among friends and neighbors. Different daily specials, all-you-can-eat fish twice a week. Scrumptious buffets featuring our fried chicken. And then finish it off with a slice of fresh-baked pie. Eat in our large dining room or carry out at 260-593-2988, and now offering delivery within 10 miles of Topeka.
Welcome back to Westview High School. At halftime, we are Westview leads 28-18. Westview jumped out in the mid-second quarter to a 23-8 lead. That was at the 5:56 mark, but since then we've only scored 5 points, and Garrett's done a nice job of chipping away at getting back into this game. that it's been up and down, back and forth, a lot of missed shots, but a lot of opportunities. For Garrett, scoring-wise, on the year they're really balanced. Several guys averaging between 4 and 11 points a game, and that's what the first half looked like. Number 12, Luke Kaufman, has 4. Drayton Myers, number 13 out there, has 2. Jackson Robinson, the 6'3 junior, number 14, has 6 to lead Garrett tonight. And Connor DeWitt added a bucket for 2. And Kyle Smith, their leading scorer coming in, number 23 out there, a 6-foot senior, has 4 points. But Brady guarded him most of the night and has done a nice job on him. Westview's score sheet looks remarkably similar and very balanced, something we don't see all the time. Jethro Hostetler has 5. He's our tied for the second leading scorer. Brady has only 2 points tonight so far. Camden Yoder played a little bit, did not score. Wiley Minix has 5. Wade Springer has 6 on 2 3-pointers. And Owen Brill has 6. And Luke Helmuth added 4 as well. So Jethro was 5, Brady 2, Wiley with 5, Wade with 6, Owen with 6, and Luke with 4. So Dan probably has a few more crucial stats right now to explain why we're at the score we're at.
So the big thing, I think, is we went on that 13-0 run at the end of the first quarter into the second quarter. We had scored the last 8 points of the first quarter and then added 5 to start the second quarter. Of course, then we traded buckets, and then they went on an 8-0 run. Otherwise, we would have been even further out. I think 15 points there was our biggest lead of the game so far. Couple things to look at. Brady Yoder's pulled down 4 rebounds. He was in this spot last night where he had more rebounds than points. Just cannot get the ball to drop again tonight. He is 1 of 6 tonight, but we're still winning, which is great to see. Other guys are stepping up. So at the end of the first quarter, we were 1 of 6 from 3-point range, and then we were 3 of 4 in the second period. 2 from Wade Springer and 1 from Jethro. Not necessarily folks we expect to score threes for us, but they pulled us back up to a respectable 40% from long range. On the other side, the Railroaders have attempted 6 3-point shots and have not made any. Inside the arc, they're doing better than we are just by a little bit. We've both tried 14 shots inside the arc. We've made 8, they've made 9. So overall shooting percentage, we're at 50% and they're at 45%. We've taken 4 more shots than they have, 24 compared to their 20. We pulled down 14 rebounds and they have 8. Garrett has no offensive boards, and the turnover situation is about equal. We had 4 in that first quarter, which is a little higher than we would usually see, and they had 5, and then we each had 2 in the second quarter. And fouls, just very few fouls called. Parker Reed, their sophomore, had picked up 2 fouls early in the game, one of those being an offensive foul, and just like the next trip down the floor, he got a defensive foul. But then there weren't any more fouls called until, late in the first quarter. But yeah, he's the only one with 2 fouls. In fact, there's only 4 players, 2 on each team, that have fouls at all. So pretty clean game. I don't know. It's not. We had finished out the first quarter by making a whole bunch of layups. Brill drove in there a couple times, and that's really what spurred that run, I think, at the end of the first quarter.
Yep, getting stops and turnovers, getting out in a transition, and then that kind of stopped. And we were giving up the layups. And
yeah, the one thing I did want to point out, so we have 4 offensive boards. 3 of those came from Luke Helmuth. He had 3 in the first quarter.
Okay.
So that made a huge difference in the first quarter there for us.
Yeah, it's just such a shot in the arm to your offense when you got a guy out there getting those extra chances for you. And at the end of the game, you look up and you're like, okay, if we scored on all those extra chances, if we didn't, we'd have a 4-point game right now possibly, or worse.
Yeah.
So those are almost like a turnover for the other team. So yeah. I think what we saw in there is what Garrett has exhibited this year is inconsistency. Really good stretch for them, and then they just go through a stretch where coach has to call a couple timeouts and figure out what's going on. So,
well, interesting. You had mentioned that one of the players we saw out there playing on the JV, and we've actually, I think the way the game's going is very similar to the junior varsity game, where it was the same kind of thing where we take a lead and then they all of a sudden come charging back. and they couldn't quite get over the hump, and then we'd just pull away again, and then they come charging back.
Yeah, well, tonight's an opportunity. You know, last night was a game that Westview should have won by 15 points.
Yeah.
If we do the things that you should do in the fourth quarter to pull away. And, you know, at the score we got right now, it's really a similar type of game. 10, 12-point lead. And we just got to take care of the ball. And it starts on defense. Quit giving up layups. They haven't hit a 3 yet, so quit giving up layups, you know. And it's easier said than done. They got some good athletes in there, and they're making some good plays. But I think we could be a little bit tougher at stopping some drives and cutting off the backside passes. So I'm sure the coaches addressed that. I think there was some of that maybe talked about in some of the timeouts as I was looking down there too, without being able to read lips. It's just kind of a guess is what they were talking about. But we are off to a good start, and we just need to close it out.
Speaking of three-pointers, DeWitt, who hasn't scored it, well, as you mentioned, they haven't scored any three-pointers, but DeWitt's their leading three-point shooter, and he has a 56% shooting percentage from three-point land. He only has 2 points tonight.
He hasn't even tried a three.
No,
he's 56% from three.
Right.
Actually, he has.
It's not bad.
Yeah, he has two pointers, so 4 points total. But yeah, he hasn't even shot a three.
I know. So we're either playing good defense. Well, he hasn't gotten off any shots.
Yeah, Brady's doing a nice job of making him work for what he's getting.
Right.
You know, and I think we officially have the announcer's jinx. We were praising Owen Brill for his three-point accuracy.
Yeah.
Shoots an air ball on the first one and rims
Poor
out
Owen.
the second.
Yeah, he's 0 for 2 tonight.
Yeah.
That percentage he had just went down a bit.
Yeah, but still tied for our team lead in scoring.
Well, yeah, so it's nice to see. We have 6 guys that have scored, and Brady's our lowest scorer of the 6, which we know he can, at any point, he could come alive.
That's kind of the way it was last night.
We've seen that before where he'll have one half or another where he really explodes scoring-wise. And so, you know, he came out a few times. He did a lot last night, back-to-back. Get him out when you need to. Give him some breaks. And
we're seeing a lot more of that lately in these recent games.
Have him in there for the stretch run.
Right.
Well, and he did pull down 4 rebounds, like I said. Him and Luke Helmuth both have 4 rebounds for us.
Well, and think of the defense he's playing on their leading scorer.
Right.
You know, that's kind of a hidden stat.
Yeah. That takes some energy, no doubt.
Definitely.
Tonight's halftime was brought to you by Pizza Depot in Millersburg. Glad to have them aboard this year. And they sell some delicious pizza over there. So Garrett will get the ball to begin the second half of play. Down 10, 28-10. 28-18, I should say. Luke Kaufman brings it across the timeline. He'll take it right side. Now he'll get it to Smith. Smith with Brady Yoder on him. Goes to Robinson. Back out front, it'll come to Kaufman. Out at Smith. Bounce passes it down, loaded to DeWitt. DeWitt tries to spin. Little hook shot off the glass is good by DeWitt. Brady, a little jumper inside the lane, no good. Rebounds pulled down by Garrett. 8-point ball game. Westview with the lead at 28-20.
I think we need to run something or get a steal and get Brady a layup. Get that ball going through the hoop again, and I think he'll be right back on track.
Reed goes right side to Robinson. Robinson bounce passes it on the baseline to Reed. Reed puts up the shot, got it from about 5 feet out.
Yeah, Garrett's just going to kind of how they started the game. You know, teams can get focused after a timeout or a halftime and go back to what their plan was coming in, and then it's kind of easy for them to stray from that. And now they're going to a kind of a zone defense.
Luke tries to drive the baseline. Can't find room there. He gets it out front to Jethro Hostetler. Now left side to Wiley Minix. Minix to Jethro. Right side in the corner to Luke. We go to Springer. Springer to Jethro. Good job dancing around not to go out of bounds by Jethro, and then gets it to Brady. Brady's fouled. So here we go.
Nice call there, Jamie. He almost had the layup.
Well, that was a nice tiptoe dance by Jethro there. I think that's where his slender build came in handy.
That helps, yep. Brady at the stripe for the first time tonight. Didn't waste any time there, put it in.
Hey guys, we're 100% from the.
Let's get that out there right now.
Let's keep it there.
Yeah. Second shot, won't go.
Well, one thing I think would help is if we shoot more during the game.
Yeah.
But we're not getting in the bonus until the very end of the game, and you haven't really shot very many, if any.
Luke with the steal. Brady wide open for three. Can't get it. Tipped into the hands of Jethro. Good job of avoiding the defense. Getting it around, putting it up off the glass and good. 31-22.
Who tipped that one?
Brady did.
Luke,
I think.
Brady.
Or no, was it Luke?
Luke tipped that again.
With the ball is Kaufman. Kaufman double teamed out front. Gets it loose to Smith. Smith left side to Reed. Tries a baseline, can't find room there. Double team. Gets it out of trouble, but doesn't as he throws it right into the hands of Wiley Minix. Luke Helmuth, right side to Wade, right back to Luke on the give and go. Puts it up, offensive foul on Luke.
That was the obvious call. I don't think it was the right call. He was falling before Luke hit him. But Luke needs to pull up there for a 8-foot bank shot.
Oh, he was just trying to get out of the way, the guy that was falling. There wouldn't be any acting out here, certainly.
Well, one thing we haven't really talked about that's affecting, I think, some of our shots is their length. You know, they're not super tall, but they're long. And that's affecting Brady. It's affecting that layup right there. Jethro's has some shots altered.
Anybody over 6 foot is lengthy on against us, I tell you.
Yeah, when you're 5'10 and 5'8.
Right. Smith drives it into the lane. He'll put it up from 10 and got it. Smith was 6 now, averaging 11.6. 31-24, Westview with the 7-point lead.
I think we're running a set play here.
Brady drives it to the basket and gives off to Wade Springer right side. On the baseline, Jethro feeds Springer underneath, and he'll pull it out on the wing. Luke down the baseline, got it. Good movement. 6 now for Luke, 33-24. Kaufman gets it across the timeline on the pass. Luke steps in and steals it again. Shot up, got it, and he's fouled. Good job by Luke Helmuth.
Well, we went back to that 2-on-2 half-court trapping defense, and it's doing what it did in the first half, getting it some steals, out in transition.
Coming back into the ball game for Garrett is Drayton Myers. Coming to the bench will be Luke Kaufman. Kaufman just picked up his second foul. Helmuth's shot for the free throw line is good as he completes the three-point play. 9 now for Luke.
It's our leading scorer on the night.
Yes, he is.
Close to the leading rebounder, if not the leading rebounder.
Once again, good defense by Westview causes the turnover. Timeout called by Garrett. It's going to be a full timeout. 4:01 to go, third quarter. Westview 36, Garrett 24. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Does your paint job need a refresh? Got too many dings and scratches? Let Height Auto Body take care of it for you. No matter the type of vehicle, motorcycle, trailer, or truck cab, Height Auto Body's experienced paint specialists will attend to every detail so you don't have to. We aim to be #1 in customer service, and your satisfaction is always guaranteed. We're located west of State Road 9 on US 20. Height Auto Body, a trusted name in the community for over 20 years.
Are you looking for unlimited high-speed internet? With no contract and no credit check. No matter where you live, it's available. Bringing America together. J&R Solutions, Internet Service Provider. Call them at 574-349-7673.
12-point lead for Westview, 36-24. Second over 1 minute or 4 minutes to go, or 1 second over 4 minutes to go in this third quarter.
Well, we're only 3 points away from tying our biggest lead here, so let's see if we can do that.
Springer has 2 3-pointers tonight. He has the basketball right now. Luke now left open for 3. He was tempted.
He wanted it. Well, he knows what's working for him tonight.
Right. Forces it in there, but Wiley corralled it. Gives it to Brady. Reversed, no good. Put that up with his right hand.
Yeah, that was a really tough shot, but he's got a knack for making those. But I like what we're doing here. We're getting to the foul line because of our aggression. Going to the basket. We do shoot a lot of threes. When you do that, you don't get fouled a lot.
That's true. Brady at the line, shooting a pair. Hits that one.
I think if they just step up there and shoot the free throw and don't think about it, they'll be fine.
That's right.
That's what it looks like he's doing, just quick shot.
So he is 3 for 4. Hits 2. 38-24, 14-point lead up for Westview. With the ball is Reed. Inside pass goes to DeWitt. In the corner now to Kaufman. His shot's an air ball from the corner. And we have a whistle and a foul's going to be called on Garrett's Parker Reed.
Another rebound by Luke.
He's got 5 rebounds for the game now.
Check that. Jackson Robinson picked up the foul. That'll be his first.
Luke's kind of on a pace for a double-double. He can keep rebounding.
Hostetler to Minix for 3. Got it. Wiley his second 3 of the night.
You know, Brady didn't get the assist on that, but his hard drive kind of threw their defense all out of rotation and led to that open shot.
Good point there. Shot by DeWitt. Misses, but he's fouled. And that's going to go against Owen Brill. That'll be number 1 on Owen.
This is their first trip to the line, isn't it?
I believe so, yeah.
Vaults us into our biggest lead of the game.
DeWitt misses on his first attempt. He'll get 1 more. (41-24). 2:50 to go, third quarter. And he hits that one. 5 now for DeWitt. Luke Helmuth across the timeline. Works it left side. Double team. Quick timeout called by Coach Pribble.
Good quick trap by Garrett that time, kind of surprising us. I think the coach kind of cost us a layup right there, but when he called the timeout, it didn't look so good.
That was, boy, he threaded the needle on that pass.
He did.
I mean, there's 2 guys right there, and I thought, ooh, nope, it worked.
Well, I think Coach Preble has a really good handle on when to call timeouts. He knows his team, which is remarkable for the time he's been here.
Yeah.
But you just kind of got a knack for calling them when we need them, and we seem to come out of them really in good shape.
41-25 Westview. 2:41 to go in the third quarter. Both teams break out of their huddle from timeout. Brady Yoder will inbound right in front of his home bench. Minix wide open. He'll take the 3, misses. Tipped around and grabbed by Garrett Robinson. They work it to the corner to Smith. Ball tipped away, and Jethro has a wide open layup. 9 now for Jethro. Ball tipped away, out of bounds. It's going to be Westview ball.
Headed right over to our athletic director on the pass. You know, on that last possession, Brady I think he was setting up the whole defense that time. He was pointing over the people to move, and then he shot it in the corner because he knew Wiley was open for a three. Didn't make it, but.
He had him fooled. Wiley, he shoots again. This time it goes.
He's got such a soft shot. Just almost every shot has a chance to go in.
Yeah, that's a pretty shot. Inside pass actually deflected off the shin of DeWitt. Another turnover. Owens drive to the basket, comes up empty, and Garrett grabs the basketball. With it is Robinson. He unloads a pass to Reed. Inside, another steal. This time again by Luke. Beautiful pass to Brady, cutting to the basket, and he puts it up and in.
Luke is just everywhere tonight. That's at least his second steal, maybe third.
Yeah, I'm not keeping track of who's getting the steals. I just keep keeping the team totals.
48-25. Shot in the air from three by Reed, and he hits.
That's their first three of the night.
20-point lead for Westview. Bounce pass inside, Jethro Hostetler. Good feed to Luke Helmuth, and he puts it up and in.
Now, these guys really know where each other are tonight. Threading the needle in some of these passes, aren't they?
They certainly are. 11 points now for Luke, 50-28. Driving, good ball movement there by Garrett. Reed with the basket. 30 seconds to go, third quarter. Westview with a 20-point lead. I used to say a comfortable 20-point lead. I think I'll just completely forget about that.
Just put the word normally in front of it.
Yeah. Bounce pass left side. Good grab by Owen. That pass was right at his feet. Good feed underneath. We're getting some nice little bunnies inside here.
Yeah, our interior passing is really good.
Shot at the buzzer.
Yeah, I thought that had a shot.
52-30. Westview with the lead after three quarters. We'll be back with quarter number 4 right after this 60-second break.
Dry Forest Wood Products in Shipshewana offers high-quality lumber drying with their vacuum kiln drying process. At Dry Forest, we believe in valuing the life of a tree by respecting its integrity and enjoying its natural beauty. Dry Forest Wood Products with over 40 years of lumber drying experience. Located at 4325 North, 675 West in Shipshewana. Call 260-768-7714.
Home improvement supplies for your home, RV, or manufactured home don't have to cost an arm and a leg. Here's a secret the big box stores don't want you to know. Emma Warehouse has the products you need at below retail prices, including windows, doors, trim, furnaces, flooring, hardware, paint, and more. Emma Warehouse is located 6 miles west of LaGrange in downtown Emma. Call 260-593-2769 for more information.
Let them out.
Yeah. Back at Westview, some of the fans have showed some confidence in this team and are filing out of the gym.
On one hand, that's a compliment.
Yeah.
On the other hand, we need everybody here.
Yeah, it was nice to see the big crowds tonight and last night. Next game will be next Friday night right here at Westview again. It's nice to have these home games.
Yeah, I think the last couple possessions have showed why people like watching this team play.
That's
just
right.
really unselfish, finding the open man.
Camden Yoder into the ball game. And we have a turnover. It'll be Garrett's basketball. Camden is joined by Owen Brill, Wade Springer, Wiley Minix, and Luke Helmuth for Westview. Brady and Jethro getting a rest. Garrett with the basketball. Myers with a three, and he hits. So Garrett's starting to heat it up a little bit.
That was a side-winding knuckleball that looked good all the way.
Camden gets it down low to Luke. Right back to Camden on the wing right side. He'll get it to Luke Helmuth out front. Owen Brill bounce pass to Wiley Minix. Now to Luke for three, and he hits.
He was due.
Yeah, he passed up one of those earlier, didn't that way. 14 now for Luke. Ball goes out of bounds. Another turnover on Garrett, and it's going to be Westview ball.
Yeah, he stepped on the end line. Well, Luke struggled from 3 in recent games. There's no doubt about that. But he hit him early in the year. He's been patient. That was a good time to shoot one.
Got a good scoring game against LaVille with 16. That's his high for the year. Getting close to that now. Camden Yoder gets it to Minix. Inside to Luke. He'll put up the shot. Got it. In traffic. 16 now for Luke, so he's evened his game high for the year and his career. And we have a timeout called by Garrett.
32nd.
57-33, 6:34 to go in the game. We'll be back in a half a minute.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirit, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
Back at Westview, 57-33 is our score. Westview with the lead. Garrett will be inbounding right across the court from our vantage point.
I think what the coach want to see, you would say that we got the win, firmly in hand. Let's finish the game strong. Let's not give up a bunch of. Yes, you heard me right. Let's not give up a bunch of cheap three-pointers and layups and second chances. Let's play strong. Let's play like this is a close game and every possession matters.
That's what you have to do. You're right. Kyle Smith gives it off to Reed, left side, now in the corner to Robinson. Cross court, right side to Smith. He'll cross court it again. This time Owen Brill intercepts it. He'll wait for his team to get back and then hands it off to Luke. Helmuth goes right side to Brill. He'll take the baseline and feed it across to Minix. Minix puts up the hook underneath and got it.
Yeah, nifty little move in there by Wiley. I really like the maturity that Owen has showed tonight. Outside shot not there, not forcing it, it's just making plays.
Well, as you mentioned, a lot of maturity. We've seen that this year. Reed with it in the corner left side. He'll pull it out front now. 5.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Westview with a 59-33 lead. Smith into the paint, puts it up on the jumper, rolls around, hits every part of the rim, but doesn't go down. And it's stripped away, and coming up with it, who else but Luke Helmuth?
Yeah, who else?
Yeah. Springer back to Luke between the circles. He'll go right side and hand it off to Camden Yoder.
About due to see Camden take a shot here. We need to have a guard penetrate on that side to draw the defense and kick it to him.
Wade Springer between the circles goes to Owen Brill left side. Owen back out front, it'll come to Luke. Out of Springer, high on the wing, back to Camden. Camden, a former camera operator for LaGwana.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Grace College, he filled in a desperation move, did a good job. We had to pull him in. Drive, Luke Helmuth, and he's going to be called for another charge.
Well, you can't do everything right.
No, that's right. He's having a great ball game, and that's just, part of his aggressiveness.
Yep.
You want to see that. So.
Well, and that's where the next step there is. Let's take that hard drive and let's pull up and hit the bank shot. Or do they do bank shots anymore?
Yeah.
I mean, we used to practice those, but
yep.
a shot. Don't get the charge.
Yep.
Garrett's done a good job of jumping in that lane tonight.
Reed with it out front. 59-33 is our score, Westview. Camden Yoder picks up the loose ball underneath. He'll get it to Brady, who's back in. Jethro and Brady came back in. Driving drill down the baseline, puts it up and in.
Could have been a blocking foul too, because he kind of undercut him on the shot, but yeah, let's just play on. Up to what, a 28-point lead now?
Yeah.
Do I have my math right?
Yep. Oh, that's Dan.
Yep.
He's the math man.
Well, and we talked about this before. Is it 30 or 35 when the mercy rule kicks in?
35.
I think it's 35.
35.
First foul on Camden. 61-33. Smith on the baseline, being guarded by Brady, who's done an excellent job on our leading scorer tonight. Fadeaway jumper is good by Smith.
That seems to be his move. He's got he's got a low release, so it's a little hard for him to.
Well, Brady,
they got to count that.
They do. He just kind of threw it up toward the basket. It's kind of like a payback from the other end.
Sort of looked like a horse collar there, didn't it?
Almost, yeah.
That was all in the same motion, but
they're not going to give it to him.
Well, he and Coach Preble are having a looks like a comical discussion.
Yeah. Brady gets a pass after inbounding. Gets it to Jethro. Good feed on the baseline. Brill driving to the basket, puts it in, and he's fouled. Owen.
Second straight game in double figures.
10 points, yep. 13 last night against Fairfield. Make it 11 here, let's hope. And he does.
There we go.
Hitting some free throws tonight.
What are we, 6 for 7?
5 of 6.
5 of 6.
Feed to Smith. He'll put it up. Almost blocked by Owen, but can't get it.
Yeah, he pulled back at the last minute to not pick up a foul.
64-37 Westview. Brill on the baseline, right side, gives off to Micah Miller. And now the long three by Brady is good.
He's like, well, if you're not going to guard me, I'll shoot it.
His first three of the night. 30-point lead now for Westview.
I think based on my pregame intel, Brady is now 18 points away from 1,000.
Oh, yeah, we would have that information. He hit the 900-point mark at East Noble. Well,
Brady's at 9. Yeah, he was at 972. So make it 982. You're right. 18 points.
Gonna hit that.
And Mylan Miller checks in. I think this might be his first varsity action.
Pretty sure it is. Freshman. He's got a smile on his face. I think he's a happy man. Happy young man. He wears number 41 out there. Also in, Micah Miller. He had been in. Pass inside, shots up and no good by number 24. I don't have him on my roster here.
Who'd they call it on?
13, that'd be Camden.
Okay. Oh, 24 you don't have.
No, I don't have 24.
I don't either.
But anyway, he makes a free throw.
Brett Springer checks in as well.
So we have, 2 varsity guys and 3 that mostly play JV out there right now. Good to see.
24 hits both of his free throws. Brett Springer brings it up. Good ball handling, much like his brother. They get it to Mylan Miller. Tries to get it to Owen, knocked out of bounds by Drake Myers of Garrett.
Well, one of the first things you notice as a JV player that spent most of your time on the JV, when you get in a varsity game, things happen quicker.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And some of the moves you make that work at a different level don't.
Yeah.
So a good experience for him.
Brill gets it to Camden. He'll hand it off to Mylan Miller. Mylan drives it into the paint. There you go. That's a good example right there.
Yeah, you can't cross over in the middle of 3 people. Or if you do, it's got to be quicker.
Shot underneath is good on a pass inside to Drayton Myers. 67-41. Brett Springer gets it to Camden Yoder, back to Springer. Mylan Miller, right side, puts it on the floor and then gives out front to Camden Yoder. So how many freshmen we have out there? Springer a freshman?
Yes.
We have at least 3, right? What about Mike? Mike is a freshman, right?
Nope,
Mike is a junior.
Junior, that's right. Shot underneath won't go. Was that Mylan that took that shot?
No, that was Owen.
Oh, okay. Long 3 is good by Myers, his second 3 of the night, 67-44. Brett Springer gets it to Owen Brill. Brill across, well, not yet. Now he crosses the timeline, and he'll wait for Camden to come back across and then feed him. Micah Miller out to Brett Springer. Back to Mylan. Under 10 seconds to go. In fact, we're down to 5 seconds to go in this ball game. Westview on their way to their 10th win of the year. And that'll do it. 67-44. Westview a winner over Garrett here tonight for another conference win. And they go to 10 wins and just 4 losses on the season. Another good ball game for Westview here tonight. We'll be back to take a look at scoring and stats right after this 2-minute timeout.
Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana invites you to visit their expanded showroom filled with a complete line of solid hardwood custom-made furniture for your entire home. You'll also find a wide selection of recliners, couches, chairs, and many more home furnishings to suit anyone's taste. Weaver Furniture, located just south of US Highway 20 on County Road 75 North. Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana, family owned and operated since 1989.
Pizza Depot on South Jefferson Street in Millersburg features delicious pizza and breadsticks, along with fresh salads. Dine in, carry out, and delivery are all available at Pizza Depot. Pizza Depot, 104 South Jefferson Street in Millersburg. 574-642-4229.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need the #1 rated reliability of Kubota compact tractors so you can do it all and do it right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 84 months and save up to $1,400.
Tiffany's Restaurant on East Lake Street, Topeka. Mouth-watering home-cooked goodness, all in a friendly down-home atmosphere among friends and neighbors. Different daily specials, all-you-can-eat fish twice a week. Scrumptious buffets featuring our fried chicken. And then finish it off with a slice of fresh-baked pie. Eat in our large dining room or carry out at 260-593-2988, and now offering delivery within 10 miles of Topeka.
Welcome back to Westview, where we have just defeated Garrett 67-44. Westview really took control in the third quarter there and kind of ran away with things. The fourth quarter was kind of even back and forth, but nice, comfortable 23-point win, something we haven't said a whole lot this year. But let's take a look at the individual scoring. Parker Reed had 7, just above his average of 6.1 for Garrett. Luke Kaufman had 4. Drayton Myers, number 13, had a nice fourth quarter there with a couple three-pointers, had a 10. Jackson Robinson had a 6. Connor DeWitt, 5. And their leading scorer on the year, Kyle Smith, ended up tied for their lead with 10, but kind of had to work for those shots. For Westview tonight, Jethro Hostetler added 9. Brady Yoder added 10. Wiley Minix, 15. Wade Springer, 6. Owen Brill, 11. And Luke Helmuth leading the way tonight with 16 and joining us live and in person. So welcome, Luke. Nice game tonight.
Thank
Good
you,
rebounding. and I'm talking about you right now, not the team. The team won, so that's awesome.
Right.
But I thought you got us jump-started with some offensive rebounding and some steals out there. So talk about your mindset coming into tonight after the hard-fought win last night.
Well, basically, I just saw that my teammates were kind of like Brady and Wiley were kind of struggling on offense. So coaches told me that I needed to be a spark, so I just decided that on defense, I'd turn it up on offense.
Well, you certainly did that tonight. You've kind of taken the role, and this is a compliment, is kind of you do all the dirty work out there. You get the offensive rebounds, you take the charges, and things like that. So is that something you've always done, or just kind of a role that you've kind of morphed into this year?
Well, I've always been told to do that, so I think I finally figured it out that how helpful it is. So that was my mindset coming in this year. I had to bring something, and that was it.
Well, I also noticed that you got off your three-point schneid tonight.
Right,
so
that felt nice. Yeah.
No, that was a beautiful shot, and you hit them early in the year, and then like every player does, you go through ups and downs. So congratulations on hitting that and getting on out of there. So, Jerry, what you got for him?
I've got to say something because I saw he and I think it was maybe Wiley in the hall. I forget who you were with tonight.
Yeah, it was Wiley.
But I said, try not to make it quite as exciting tonight. Good job.
Yeah.
You did it.
When you guys, you got stops, you hit free throws, you hit timely shots, just a good all-around victory. You guys seem to be really kind of gelling at the right time.
Right.
Yeah, you were really on everybody was focused tonight. You had some nice crisp passes that were entry passes and led to really high percentage shots underneath. You were anticipating a lot of steals. I think Jamie had already mentioned that, but good hustling by the whole team, and you guys looked like you were all on the same page tonight. It was good to see. Not that you haven't in a lot of games this year, but it's especially tonight you were really focused and locked in.
What was the going back just a little bit to last night's game, because we didn't get to talk to you last night. What was the message from the coaching staff after that game?
Well, basically we were proud that we won, but we definitely slacked in some areas, and we weren't necessarily playing our best game. So we knew that coming out this game is going to be hard after a hard fought battle against Fairfield. So it was.
Well, yeah. Well, that makes a lot of sense. I was impressed tonight. Garrett just had 9 days off. They came in, they're raring to go, and you guys met their challenge. You exceeded their energy, and withstood a little bit of a run by them, and you guys just showed a lot of maturity tonight. So nice job. Have a good weekend.
Thank you.
And get ready for Eastside, right?
Right.
Congratulations.
Right.
Yeah, good luck. You
Luke.
still have a few more conference games coming up to get past, but you guys are doing really well. Congratulations, Luke, on a great ball game tonight. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thanks.
That was Luke Helmuth joining us after the ball game. He had a great game. How many points again did he have? 16 tonight. That was evens his high point for his career. And just had 16 against LaVille a few games back. And put on it. It wasn't just points, though. I mean,
it was
steals,
all around.
It was hustle. It was,
5
defense.
rebounds.
Right.
5 rebounds. I would say he had.
I don't know how
He
many of those
had to have. He had to have 4 steals.
Oh yeah. At least.
I sometimes, in my mind, I get a little muddled with the numbers, but he had hands on the basketball a lot tonight.
He sure did.
Made good decisions. Probably the only thing that the coaches will talk about is he had 2 charges.
Yes.
So, pull up, take a little short shot there, and he's got a nice touch around the basket. That should be an easy shot for him. So, nice to see tonight. This team, it has potential. Garrett, I'm talking about, had potential coming in. They're long, they're athletic. They weren't hitting their shots tonight. We took advantage of what we did well. And
well, that trapping defense we put on, you mentioned it while it was going on. I mean, that was very effective tonight.
And I don't think that would be Coach Prebble's favorite thing to do.
Probably not.
But he recognizes what this team is.
Right.
We don't have a bunch of skyscrapers in there that can, there's years where teams just did not get layups against us because we're big and thick and strong inside. That's not us this year, so let's do it a different way.
That's right. So kind of got cut off there. So where were we? You got
no,
the
I had got all
done?
the scoring
Okay.
done. Yeah, I
So
squeezed it in right before.
Dan still has a bunch of stats to do there, so we'll let him go.
So we out-rebounded them 17 to 14. Early on, we had a bigger rebounding advantage, but I only show us with like 3 rebounds in the whole second half. There weren't a lot of misses. Both teams were 3 of 4 inside the arc in the fourth period and 2 for 2 from outside. So that fourth period was a good period for both teams percentage-wise. There weren't a lot of shots taken. Westview did outscore them every single quarter, but that last quarter, well, I guess the second quarter was only by 1, 13 to 12, and the final quarter 15-14. Yeah, a couple things to talk about. Luke Helmuth had 5 rebounds, and Brady Yoder had 5 rebounds. And I don't know if you mentioned this when you're going through the stats, but we came within a point of having 5 players in double digits, and one of those coming off the bench. So
nice.
Yeah, Helmuth with 16 and Minix with 15. Brill with 11 and 10 for Brady, and Jethro had 9. So it was close. That's pretty cool to see that.
And this was our 4th highest scoring game of the year, and as far as offensive output, against 80 against Busco, 81 against LaVille, and 71 against the second time against Angola. So, and we didn't even hardly score the last couple of minutes. So, good offensive output, good ball movement, just a good way to go into the weekend and prepare for Eastside.
Did you mention we had 4 guys in double figures?
Dan did.
Yeah.
And almost 5.
It sounded familiar.
We came within a point of having 5.
Yeah,
right,
Jethro had 9. So
pretty impressive.
Well, the other thing I did want to mention, sorry I forgot this, but so in the first quarter we were 1 of 6 from 3-point range, but the rest of the way we were like 3 of 4, 2 of 4, 2 for 2. We ended up at 50% for the game.
Wow.
So after missing 5 of our first 6, we ended up then making 7 of our next. Was it 7 of our next 8? No, not quite. 7 of 10. Yeah, 7 of our next 10. So we shot 70% the rest of it.
There's some years where 7 threes in a game would have been a season high, but that's just kind of average this year.
That's
yeah,
right.
Actually, so 10 is the highest we've had. We had 10 against Busco, but we've scored 6 or 7 every game otherwise, except Central Noble. When we played them, we only had 4, and Elkhart Christian, we only had 3. We could not get threes to drop that night.
Right.
But yeah, we either had 7 or 6 every night otherwise. So this is the first time we've hit 8. Second highest output.
That's good.
Nice.
Elkhart Christian hit quite a few threes, though, didn't he?
If I remember right, they did, yes.
I did find out that guy that scored all their points was the coach's son.
Right.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He had the same last name, yeah. Well, we're glad you could join us tonight. We would rather seen you out here in the crowd. We had a nice crowd, though, I will say that. And we hope to see you out here next Friday as the Warriors will host the Eastside Blazers right here at Westview High School. Our final score here tonight, Westview defeats the Garrett Railroaders by a score of 67 to 44. Westview goes to 10-4 on the year overall and 5-1 in the Northeast Corner Conference. Garrett drops to 4-11 overall and 0-5 now in the conference. Dan?
Tonight's game sponsor, as always, was Weaver Furniture Sales with 2 locations in Shipshewana. It was also brought to you by Dale's Dependable Handyman Service, by Tiffany's Restaurant in Topeka, Stutzman Power Equipment in Shipshewana, by Height Auto Body in LaGrange, by Freedom Finish Works in Topeka, also Dry Forest Wood Products Shipshewana, by LaGwana, your local creative services provider, by Animal Care Clinic of Topeka, also Avail Portable Toilet and Sink Rentals, Jerry's Standard Service in Middlebury, by Topeka Pharmacy downtown Topeka, the Van Buren Hotel in Shipshewana, the Emma Warehouse, and by Ben's Pretzels located south of Shipshewana. Tonight's game was a presentation of LaGwana Media and the IHSAA Champions Network. For Jerry Hostetler doing play-by-play tonight, Jamie Miller, color man tonight, and on the board this evening we had Justin Stewart and Chris Mask running the camera. This is Dan Byler. Good night.